somebody has made a 40-minute video about me. How about that? 40 minutes. The Asmongold rabbit hole. Uh-oh. Let's get it.
Something that's always chewing away in the back of my head, nibbling away, gnawing away like a worm in Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s brain, is the fact that possibly one of the largest streamers on any platform has one of the craziest pasts and potentially the poorest health a human being can imagine. We're not talking about Dr. Disrespect. We're not talking about XQC. Not fucking Airsoft Fatty. Okay, we're not talking about any of these guys. Ludwig, nope. Today, we're talking about Asmongold, the hero of today's story. AKA, we're doing a deep dive into the legend of Asmongold, a man of mythical status, of legend in my own mind. I'm a fan. I don't like the politics shit. I don't like any of the politics stuff. And that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Asmongold.
Yeah, it's the LeBron of WoW, apparently. And looks like the guy might have shit himself over that. And it's like, think about the game, the narrative that creates, right?
And exactly what makes him so mythical, and what people are always talking. A lot of people hate this man.
They sure
you
do.
yourself probably have seen him. Maybe you don't have an opinion formed on him already, but you've
I don't know about that. I think most of the people have an opinion.
Seen him in his coverage of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. He made like 3,000 videos. Actually, I think it was close to 87, which is a lot.
At this point, Your Honor, Ms. Heard's counsel is asking to move into evidence and publish the jury.
I bet they are.
Defendant's exhibit.
This was crazy.
Objection. All right. Cut the tape, guys. Cut the tape.
Does the job well? Yep. Yeah, we milked the shit out of this.
Did I win yet, guys?
The dude's been pretty mad relevant for a while now, and he just loves posting so many videos.
Look at how many videos there are. Just 1 day ago, 1 day ago, 2 days 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 ago, 3 days ago, 3 days. Bro, like, there's a lot of fucking videos. Yep.
Did stream clips where he's
and keep in mind, this is only one channel.
Loves yapping.
If you laugh at a joke from a guy that's gay, you are gay. It doesn't make you gay. You are gay. That's not true. You're gay. So if somebody says something funny and you say that's funny, now you're gay. But you find out later that they're gay, you're gay. You didn't just become gay.
If there was a Hollywood Walk of Fame for Twitch streamers, Asmongold would be one of the first to receive his monument. Also because he's been doing this for a long time. By the way, he has legitimately posted 80.
Yep, I've been streaming since 2016. That's right. Making videos since 2014.
7 videos in regard to the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, which is very awesome.
Oh, we farmed
or at least
the fuck
that's according
out of
to a playlist that claims to be complete. Streamers in general blow my mind, but it blows my mind specifically that this guy has committed so much time and energy towards reacting to a trial in which 2 people detail some of the worst moments of their life.
It was funny. And people loved watching it. Oh, there were so many viewers. Look, we got over 100,000 viewers every day watching this shit. Of course I fucking watch. Absolutely. Yes.
Very big
of
deal.
course. You think I'm above making content out of people's trauma? No, that's the whole reason I'm here. What do you expect?
Back then, and I looked at it on stream. I made a couple videos about it, but like 87 videos. That's like 30 hours of video. That's crazy. Never mind, it's way more than 30 hours.
Those are the highlights. Yep.
He's got about 80 hours of footage of him talking about Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. That's legendary.
What I'm asking you, sir, is did you
comply
with the ethical requirements
Did you comply?
of the APA
this guy?
when rendering the professional opinions that you've rendered today?
This is the execute.
It is a requirement of the APA. It is not the requirement of the APA.
Oh,
that's the first domino for the big legend. 2 whole work weeks of just
Bro, yeah, that's what I did. 100%.
Do you know whether the...
And I do it again. And I'm sure something stupid like this will happen, and I will take advantage of that also.
records, medical records.
Oh my
That's right.
God.
From your EMT were produced in discovery. in this
Objection,
case.
Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls for speculation.
I'm asking.
Overruled if she knows.
Thank you.
It's entertaining. It
Yes.
was.
Great.
And
we
this
made
is
progress.
This
Yes.
is from the Clips
That's
channel.
what we gotta sound like, dude. Reaction channels, commentary channels. That's
Yeah.
just after a while. You would shut up. That's what I usually say whenever my TV's yapping at me. Yeah, dude. 80 hours, 3 full days. No eat, no piss, no fart, no make sweet, sweet love. 33 days just talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Either way. It doesn't matter. Something else
seen
cool
me play
about it
WoW.
is the fact that very few of these videos have under 500,000 views, which means he could have made millions of dollars off all these videos. The guy
We got over 250 million views that month on YouTube. Not 250,000, 250 million. Yeah. It's crazy.
is a legend. And by the way, spent none of it. He spent none of the money, especially not on like health or cleaning stuff or anything that
To
normal
be
people
fair, this is before I had any money. Like, this was in like 2010.
spend money on. Lay down. Quit doing that. I'm in a garage. I like watching the ants come in. I like watching the ants come in.
Oh, but
there.
now when I do it, it's a problem. So the ants are fine, but the roaches aren't? Who decided that? That sounds like bullshit to me. To be fair, I did have ants too, though.
They're all down there. I'm like kind of like my own personal little Asmongold. Got a little colony down here. I'm in a garage though. Okay, there's no ants in my house. I've got to say, you know, this whole ant bug thing, I'm bringing this up real early because this shit is mind-boggling. If you don't know anything about Asmongold, you're in for quite a wild ride. Do you guys remember that clip in TLC with 1,000-Pound Sisters where they put the behind Amy Slayton while she was talking about how dirty her house was and how sad it made her, and there was they climbed up the wall? Remember that?
In the past on my YouTube channel, a cockroach was in my video, and then the fans and haters seen it, and people were hating on me so much. And I tried so hard not to show them in my videos and stuff, and then y'all see them, and it's just hard.
So is she crying about a cockroach? You crying about people making fun of you for a motherfucking cockroach? Damn, you all kinds of fucked up, huh? It's not a big deal, man. It's really not.
How Asmongold is. In real life, not added in post with
Yeah.
VFX. This is real life. Who is Asmongold or Zach Rohr? However you want to refer to the man, he hasn't always been a React streamer. He hasn't always been the man who he is now and what he's become in recent years. In fact, as of the writing of this video, he's reacting to his subreddit to over 25,000 people right now. That's
how
pretty
about
cool,
that?
and he does this type of shit every single day. The guy is prolific.
If I die in Elden Ring, it's the game's fault, it's my mouse's fault, it's the computer's fault, it's chat's fault for distracting me, and there are a number of other faults that it is, except for mine. So yes, obviously it's not my fault.
25,000, that's a lot. How to get this large-ass audience? Well, World of Warcraft. Ever heard of it? Wow.
What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold.
Oh, the 6.2 Arms Warrior. I remember this.
Before he was a streamer, he made World of Warcraft YouTube videos with his original
sitting, and by the way, this is from 2013. I am sitting in the exact same place that I was then. Ain't shit changed.
channel, uploading his first video in November of 2013, 2 years after my first video. So take the L, Asmon.
But as I said,
okay, all right. I had a YouTube channel in 2008. I had it before you did. If you had it in 2011 or whatever the fuck. Nah, bro. Like, I had it in 2000. I was in high school. I had a YouTube channel, bro. Like, what do you mean? This is my second channel. I prestiged.
You gotta start from the bottom to get to the top.
My first video was how to mod
13, only 13 years ago.
Yours is way worse than mine.
All right, you guys, I'm going to show you how to mod Borderlands.
Yeah, it's only 13 years ago, guys. Come on.
Pretty easy, a lot easier than modding Fallout New Vegas, I think. A lot safer, and have a better chance of doing it. So
after posting a lot of WoW content, including bangers like my rant about learning real world skills from playing World of Warcraft, in which he says that if he was an employer and his guild acted in person like they do in game, there's no way he'd hire them.
If I was an
Yeah. Let me ask you guys the simple question. Would you hire somebody in your classic WoW raiding guild?
employer, and I knew how half of like, the people that I've raided with and the people that I raided with now actually act when things don't go their way, there would be no fucking way I would want that person in my guild, or not in my guild, working for me. There's no way at all.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. There's also another video titled Elliot Rogers Played WoW.
He did.
If you guys don't know who Elliot Rogers is, he's a murderer.
He did. He was a supreme gentleman. That's what he called himself. And he was an incel murderer. He went out, killed a bunch of people, and in his manifesto, he quoted none other than Garrosh Hellscream. In his manifesto of why killing women is what he needs to do.
Who had a YouTube channel, and yeah,
there's
a lot of content about him. I don't even know if you're allowed to put like pictures of him on YouTube anymore. I'm not sure. He's yeah, it's bad, pretty bad stuff. Between November 5th, 2013 and July 5th, 2014, Asmongold uploaded 198 videos about World of Warcraft. That's a lot. For his 199th video, he uploaded a video titled Streaming, in which he announced that he was going to begin streaming.
I'm going to start streaming.
He also talked about raccoons.
Yeah, I did that because I was like, this could be fun. And then people gave me a lot of money, and then I was like, I guess I'll do it again. And here we are.
In his house, which is a small piece of a much larger puzzle we will talk about shortly.
Last night I did, let's see, what did I do? Oh, I did ICC. I talked about raccoons in my house.
Yeah, they were getting in all the time.
How I got them out of my house. And I think I did one other thing, and I don't even remember what that was.
Maybe that was his 199th upload, by the way. I'm not sure the significance of that, assuming no videos are deleted or anything along those lines, which I'm assuming is probably not the case because of the Elliot Rogers video still there. You think he would have deleted something else. Anyways, 2 years ago, he reacted to his stream announcement.
Well, it's not like I was saying Elliot Rogers was right for killing a bunch of people. I mean, he played WoW. He did. And I thought that was interesting. And there were other people that went on shooting rampages that played WoW as well. Anders Breivik also played WoW. I thought it would be funny for me to name my character in WoW off of his character in WoW. Blizzard didn't think that was as funny as I did. I had to change the character's name.
And how it got 250 viewers, which is very impressive for a first stream, for anyone really.
The first stream that I ever did, I got 250 viewers. Like, a lot of people tuned in to watch the stream.
He then reacted to the raccoons in his house by laughing, face-palming a bit, and saying nothing ever changed. And that was 2 years ago, which was 8 years after the announcement.
I talked about
I don't have raccoons in the house anymore. What happened is that so basically my house... There was like, they had to do a house insurance inspection. And when they did that, they said that they won't insure the house anymore unless new siding gets put on the house because there were too many raccoons and holes in it. So I had to get new siding put on the house. And so there are no raccoons allowed in the house right now, as far as I know.
In my house and how they got in my house and then how I got them out of my house. And I think I did one other thing, and I don't even remember what that was. And so...
The best thing about this is the fact that, like, nothing ever changed. Yeah. Like, nothing ever... Like, it's always been... It's been the same the whole time. To be fair, at this point in the video, I had already changed it, but I think I was just referring to, like, later on. Like, like, I changed it in, like, 2017 or 18 or something like that, because I had to.
When Asmongold started streaming on the Asmongold Twitch channel, it was, of course, a lot of WoW content. It's just a thing. He grew the channel to 3.5 million followers while continuing to post YouTube videos on the OG Asmongold channel. It was the heyday, pretty much.
What's up, y'all? It's me. It's your boy,
Oh my god.
And today I figured I'd do a little holiday video for everybody.
Just kidding. He's still growing massively. He's not fallen off even a little bit. One thing that's
You're goddamn right.
and I don't know the lore for, and with a 5-minute Google search, I couldn't find the information for. I've also reached out to Asmongold before, and he just ignored me, or just didn't see the DM on Twitter or whatever. Either way, doesn't matter to me. He's got massive, big-time, ultra YouTube internet legend status in my eyes, so kind of cool, whatever. I guess. I don't have any idea. I'm sure someone will be like, well, actually, dude, he's got on him. That's awesome. That's cool. You got, and you're like 30. You're a legend in my book. I'm having limited respect for you. You're a millionaire. You made $1 million just reacting to this bitch, this shit, and you still got raccoons crawling on you. That's crazy.
I had a cockroach the other day. Remember, I had to catch him. I caught him on the wall. Let's see if there's another one. Let's see if there's another one of these fucking things. There's a moth. But that's about it. Yeah, there's no more right now. Yeah, no, I'm chilling. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, you have a where the cockroach? Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just the way it is.
One thing that's odd is both the original Asmongold YouTube and Twitch channels have been abandoned, which is strange. He stopped posting on his YouTube channel.
I never thought of that. No, you're right. Yeah. I stopped using the original Asmongold Twitch channel and the... Oh, God. Oh, God. That's bad.
After 919 videos, with his last upload being in October of 2018.
Of Battle for Azeroth.
And he stopped streaming on the Asmongold Twitch back in 2022 and has been since streaming on his second channel, Zachrar, which is not a partnered channel and is therefore not monetized. Pretty cool.
True.
Guy's awesome. What a legend. This channel is massive for not being able to make any money for the streamer nor the platform in which it's hosted on. It probably costs Twitch a shit ton of money that he just streams and is the 7th largest channel on the whole platform.
That's insane, by the way. How the fuck does that happen? The fuck is everybody else doing?
According to Twitch tracker, which might need to be taken with a grain of salt, he's averaging 26,500 streams and now primarily focusing on just chatting and not World of Warcraft. I assume it takes a lot of bandwidth and they're not making their money back.
No, they're probably pissed about this shit, yeah.
Or does it? I like it. Take the L.
46K? Yeah, I mean, to me, it's whatever, right? I mean, like, a lot of people are going to watch the show. People watch this show because it's entertaining. They like it, and I try to make it entertaining, right? As much as I can. I try to cover stuff that people like seeing, etc. I think that a lot of streamers are boring. I think they're boring, and I'm sure there's a lot of people think I'm boring, too, right? And so, like, to each their own. But, like, yeah.
He actually talked about how much money he costs Twitch in a recent video. Apparently, he cost them about $8,000 a stream, and he says he tries to stream every single day, but he subtracts 20 days missed from the year, so...
Probably something like that,
345 days, that's about $2.8 million he costs Twitch a year.
$2.8 million. I think that they should give me $2.8 million. I think they should just give me that money instead. I think this is a good idea. Why? I just feel like that's the right decision.
Let's go in here. We're going to say that I've streamed for about 8 hours, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to say that we have 9,000 viewers right now. We're going to put the average at about 8,000.
Okay.
If every one of you is watching at 1080p and you have been the whole time, it costs Twitch $4,360 to run this stream. That's how that works. That is why Twitch is losing money. This is the reason. Per year? No, per this stream. That's this stream, not per month. This singular stream at 8 hours of streaming.
Dan must fucking hate me. Yeah.
Kick that guy off. What? And he's dirty? He's got bugs on him? What? To be fair, though.
I think that's what makes a lot of people mad, is that I live like an absolute degenerate animal. I don't really give a fuck about, like, oh, wow, you're leaving money on the table. Do you know how much money isn't on the table that I took off of the table? More than fucking enough. It's not a big deal. It's just not. I think that a lot of people, they see me and they see a person who's done everything wrong. Literally everything wrong. I live like an animal. I talk like an asshole. I live at my mom's house. I don't shower. I have raccoons and roaches in the house. I play video games all day. I don't exercise or really work out a whole lot. I exercise semi-regularly, but not a whole lot right now. And, you know, still, people are watching. Yeah. The American dream, I guess so.
The estimate does come from a website that estimates the cost of bandwidth for Twitch, which I love using the website. It's pretty cool. It could be more. It could be less. There is a reason.
Let's see where it's at right now. Channel, basic, standard, 1080p, hours streamed, 6-7, let's say 7 hours a day. Viewers, 46,000. And then so channel, closest region, your average viewer watch duration is about 50. Probably actually about, I would say in between this. So it costs Twitch. So today's stream is costing Twitch $20,000. Oops. Uh-oh. Sounds like a lot. It's nothing for Twitch. Yeah, I guess so. Man, that's crazy.
Amazon bought Twitch because they have AWS, and it's like, you know, vertical integration. Classic. Though just over a week ago, Mr. Asmongold himself said on a stream that there's a good chance he'll have to partner the channel that so that Twitch will play ads on it so they can start making.
Yeah, that's very impending. Yeah.
Something.
I might have to partner the channel.
It is off what it is. Content that he's just react farming and then uploading it to YouTube and making a bunch of money off of. It's pretty.
I know, it's ridiculous.
They're just waiting for him to slip up. I bet. Yeah, man.
He's
been doing fine off of YouTube. I assume if he's been doing it right and actually activating the ads. He's also a founder of OTK, one of the biggest creator organizations. One True King. Bunch of well-known people in there. Jay Schlatt, S-Fan, Mizkif, etc. He's doing fine. And realistically, whatever amount of money Asmongold has coming in, he doesn't need that much of it.
No.
He's a very simple guy. Most people don't need that much money. He's not flexing Rolexes and shit like XQC.
How are you supposed to close that? Like this?
And in a recent interview, he says that he only utilizes about 1% of his income.
I probably spend less than 1% of what I make. Yeah, that's true. 100%. And I don't really spend any money for any reason unless it's eating food. Unless it's something that's like related to my job.
1%? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, just because you make more money doesn't mean you need to spend more money. I mean, if you get $1,000, doesn't mean you have to spend $1,000. You could just get $1,000 and say, damn, I got $1,000. I mean, fuck. What's complicated about that? What do you spend? I invest all my money. All my money's invested. So you could say I spend all my money. What are you going to do with that money when you die, though? Nothing. You see, this is a weird thing. People might not really understand this. People I just don't really give a shit about it. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. Yeah, it's whatever to me. Like, I'm just living my life, enjoying myself, and that's all that matters.
Frugal. Living within his means. What are you going to do with the other 99%, though?
Nothing.
What are you going to do with that? You ain't going to spend all that, are you?
Nothing. Nothing. It's not important. It's not relevant or important. It doesn't really matter. It's just whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't need something to do with it. Like, there doesn't need to be a purpose to what I'm doing. Like, why would I care? It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't really think about it a lot. Like, my life isn't about money. I mean, money is great. I like making money, but money is like a tool. Right? I can use the money, like I invested money to start a business, and then we invested more money to start another business, and then we invested more money to start another business, and then after that, we invested even more money to start even more businesses. And so, yeah, we have done some stuff with the money, we just don't need all of it. Does the percentage not go down, or does that The more you make, or does inflation balance it out? Yeah, I don't know. Please spend money on more on content stuff. Think about it. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't even think about it or worry about it or care about it hardly at all. You definitely care more about money if you didn't have it so much. Absolutely. You're totally right. Wait, yeah. 100%. Yes.
Not, what the point? Might as well throw it in the trash or something. Or give it to me.
Yeah. The darks. Oh. Uh-oh.
In spite of being able to sell out a sports stadium worth of live viewers every single day, there's a dark side to Asmongold,
Which one?
aka Zach Rohr, aka Zach, aka the guy that reacted to and talked about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard for 3 consecutive days straight with no time for poo, pee, fart, shit, piss, drink.
Those were the highlights. It was way more than that.
A lot of people have seen this darker side. They know the meme. They know the mythical status of this man's life, but the average content consumer may not know. And that's what the point of this video today is. I think this shit is so interesting. Genuinely, I do. I do not understand it even one little amount, but I love it. I tell you what.
All right, let's see it.
Zachary has lived in the same house for over 10 years. And under normal circumstances...
Over 30 years. I've lived in it my entire life, minus maybe 6 months when I was a baby. My entire life, I have lived in this house.
That's normal. You found a place you love. There's no need to move. You should, maybe if you love the house, you should take care of it. If not for your safety, then at least for your health, which is the only thing human beings actually have. Two things. Their attention, their observation, their ability to rationalize, and their health, their physical health. Mental, acuity, attention, physical health, or whatever. Zach has documented how he does anything but take care of his home and therefore himself as an extension of the things that he lives in and loves. He has documented this over the many years of him making content. Just sort of nonchalant. You see, while
this video was from 2010, by the way.
Rohr might be his second Twitch channel. It's actually the name of his first YouTube channel. He started uploading to the Asmongold YouTube channel 10 years ago, but Zach Rohr saw its first upload 15 years ago, titled The Rat.
That's right.
This is where it gets crazy. The video begins with Zach getting hit in the head with some kind of wooden beam. And he heads inside.
Yeah, I used to break things on my head all the time. I had a lot of practice. I built up a tolerance for it.
You see the state of the home that he lives in. There's debris all over the kitchen floor, debris everywhere.
There's a rat.
Smack dab in the middle
I had
of
my
this
mom record this.
Is a rat. It almost feels like an episode.
No, it's one rat. It's one rat. We're not talking about 10 rats. It's one rat. It's not a big deal. Damn.
Of hoarders. You remember that guy Glenn, the guy with 1,000 rats?
I only have one rat, probably 2 or 3. I don't have that many rats. I'm not petting them or anything. They're just there.
What would you ever want a rat for? Don't knock it till you try it.
Zach's video titled The Rat is reminiscent to me of the moment in which Glenn from Hoarders began his rat obsession and eventually ended up with 1,000 rats. Zach did not do this.
They're everywhere. They are coming out of the walls, out of the mattresses. He sees them as his children.
Instead, Zach became a very famous and successful Twitch streamer. Similar, reminiscent.
There's actually a big spider. It was like the size of my palm of my hand. It was in the kitchen, and I tried to cut it in half with a knife, and it got away. And I said, you know what? That's natural selection. I'll let him go. He's in the house now. He's still in the house right now. Yeah. He passed. No, if I try to cut one of them in half and they get away, I just let them go.
It's not the same, clearly.
Yeah.
Back to the video. He shakes the box around, and then he takes the rat outside and dumps it in the trash can. It looks like it's dead. I think it is. I don't know if he killed it or
we killed it after the video.
Dead when he was filming. I'm not exactly sure. I have no clue, but it's motionless, and it does not look good. I'd say it's not that sanitary of a living condition if there is a alive or dead rat within the walls of your home. A rat!
Oh, shit! A rat!
That's not even a big deal. Like, what are you stressed out for? It's probably fake, but that's, what?
A rat!
Not a mouse. A rat!
It's a motherfucking rat. I'm gonna whoop your ass!
That's not...
whoop your ass!
Like a medieval rat.
Not a big deal. It's
What's
not
wrong
a
with
big deal.
Stop it. A rat, dude. Have you ever... I've never seen a rat, I don't think, in real life. I mean, I had a pet.
I mean, it's just a rat. I mean, you see him, there he is. Like, I have probably caught in my house more than 10 rats over the years. Yeah, it's been a lot of them, man.
Rats. Like you see mice and stuff. But a rat?
It's just
the rat
nature.
video is only scraping the surface, too, which is very cool. 13 years ago, Zach uploaded a video titled Asmongold's Lair, which showcased the...
This was the beginning of the legend right here, of like me being a degenerate. This was it. It was this video right here. This video went super viral on Reddit. Like, I remember I got like so many fucking people messaging me, talking to me about it. It was insane. Humble beginnings. Yep, this is the first one. This is the first time one of my videos got really popular.
Showcase the sorry state.
It was like 2011 or 12.
Every single day.
Maybe 13.
With fast food so old, he can't remember when it's from.
Yeah.
And a desk and floor completely covered in microplastics.
I don't even remember when I had that.
Yeah, that's Taco Bell. I could tell.
Here's my.
That's, oh man, those were the days. Those were the fucking days right there. Holy shit. Damn. Man. Oh, OG Wrath? That's the original Wrath of the Lich King, man. Yep.
Desk. There we go. My character.
I just got
awesome.
that mount.
This is Drake.
Reminds me of that movie Signs, leaving the drinks all around. Dude, I leave some shit around on my desk. Nothing like that, man. I imagine being in Asmon's house is like playing Russian roulette, except with 3 fully loaded.
No, I can hear the soda. That's not true. I can hear which one is the right one. Through the carbonation. I just have to listen to the soda and I know it's the one that I have. I can smell it and I can tell if there's a difference between like that 0 sugar soda and the shit that's not 0 sugar. I can hear it, bro. Like, yep, I can easily hear this. Absolutely. I've never made a mistake. Actually, maybe once or twice, but hardly ever.
Revolvers.
My whole life.
And the one that is unloaded is the only drink in the entire house that doesn't have a colony of living things within it. No wonder there was an issue with rodents. Come on! He even uploaded a video about his raccoon magnets. Every time...
Yeah, my mom and I, we printed out these magnets here. And it's like, you know, like those World War II planes where they would put like skull and crossbones for all the people they shot down? Well, we did that for raccoons. And so every raccoon that we would catch, we would print out a new picture and then put a magnet on the refrigerator of that raccoon that we had.
They would catch a raccoon, they'd put a magnet on their fridge, and, you know, that was 13 years ago. There were 6 of them. I wonder if the tradition still lives on
probably like 10
to this very
total.
day. I assume not. He should sell raccoon magnets, so that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be. That's a good idea.
I concede that it could potentially take a long time for someone to change their ways, or specifically to realize the error in their ways in which they need to then change their ways. And it's cool, we get to look back and see Zach 6 years later. He gave us an update in 2017.
That was bro, that looks really nice. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Hey, how about that? You see that Gatorade bottle right there? I still got it. This is my original webcam stand. Yep.
2017. Pretty early into the video, he says it's 8:30 a.m. and he's ready to go to bed.
It's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on here because it's in the dark, but you guys can just kind of guess.
Yeah, I stayed up all night.
Which is awesome. So, you know, that
Yeah, I would stay up all night, and then I would wake up. I would go to bed in the morning, and then I would wake up early enough to go to Wendy's for breakfast, and then I would come back to my house, and I would eat Wendy's on an old sofa mattress that I stole out of a not stole, but I got out of a sofa mattress, like, you know, one of those like sofas that you can like pull it out and it's a bed. Well, I got one of those mattresses I had on the floor, and I would like eat Wendy's chili, and then I would just basically pass out on the sofa mattress, and then I would probably get up and jerk off and then go stream. That was my life every day. That was what I did. Yep.
Changed. Wow. He's this is a man we're looking at. He's prioritizing his video game addiction.
That's right.
Over any kind of human being living. He
Yes.
shows us his desk after showing us a full 30 rack of Dr. Pepper on the ground.
There's the mattress right there. An ex-girlfriend made me get rid of this. Now it's out in my backyard, molded over. I still have it. It's just that it's just in the backyard, and there's like destroyed, and there's like animals living in it now. But yeah.
And there are definitely less styrofoam cups, which is
Some
good.
pink sparkles, maybe get rid of it. I still have not forgiven this. It was wrong. The mattress was amazing.
Still quite a few of them. 30 rack of Dr. Pepper, dude. Huge ups on that. I love Dr. Pepper. I think it is the nectar of the gods. It's delicious. It's nutritious. Just kidding. It's terrible for you. Don't drink it.
No, if it's so bad for you, then this is like you get your fat, sodium, carbohydrates. It has zero. Oh, it has zero protein. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've drinking it a lot. It's good. I mean, like, yeah.
Don't drink it. I don't know if there's more or less in this update video. Maybe his desk is just bigger. Maybe there's more room for all of them on the right side of the L rather than in front of him, and on the
those headphones were such pieces of shit.
Floor around him. And we do also see that he's got the big old thing of Dr. Pepper cans, which means he's using less microplastics, less styrofoam, but still drinking a shit ton of soda, which is cool.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? Got to keep that up. Got to stay hydrated. Still surrounded
that's why
by old food that's rotting and molding, and you know it sits next to him where he spends
the Wendy's chili.
10 plus hours of his day, so it's just seeping into his body, his respiratory system, his pores. He just probably smells like old food. So yeah, cool.
I do not. Okay, all right, let's stop right there. I do not smell like old food. I smell great. Everybody knows that. Has there ever been somebody complaining about me smelling bad? Absolutely fucking not. No way. I don't smell bad. That's gross. Fat people smell bad because they're sweating all the time from being fat. For me? No way.
Little cheeky 6-year update. Let's see how he's doing in 2021. 4 years after this, we get a video titled "A Day in the Life of Asmongold." He shows us his breakfast, the most important meal of the day, and he starts off strong with a delicious, nutritious meal of everything a human body needs to function and properly fuel itself through the day. A Reese's genius. A Reese's genius.
And I just want to start off first thing of the day here, is I want to have my first breakfast. And we're going to get one of these here. There we go. We got ourselves.
Those are the special, if you look at those right there, you'll see that this is actually the special Reese's peanut butter cups that are the holiday edition, which are the better peanut butter cups because of the ratio of chocolate to peanut butter than the actual baseline Reese's peanut butter cups. So every time that one of the holiday events happens, so like there's a number of events, there's the jack-o'-lanterns that happen in Halloween, the trees that happen for Christmas, there's hearts that happen for Valentine's Day, and then I think they do another one every once in a while in the middle of the year too. And the eggs for Easter, right? The eggs for Easter. There's the other one. And so you have all these, and I would buy usually 10 bags of this, and then I would eat them throughout the months in between the holidays. So like if I was buying it at Christmas, I wouldn't need to get as many because like it would only be like 2 months, and then it would be Valentine's Day, and then it would be like 2 months, and then it would be Easter, right? And so, but like on Easter, I would buy like 20 bags, and then I would just eat all those bags of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Got ourselves a Reese's peanut butter tree.
Maybe there'll be a good meal in the day somewhere. Nope. He goes to Wendy's.
What do you mean? Wendy's is good. What's wrong with Wendy's? How's it not healthy? Like Wendy's, there's chicken. They've got meat. They've got potatoes. Potato chips. Are potatoes bad now? Are we gonna pretend like potatoes are bad now? They're delicious.
Later, Jack in the Box.
Fingers crossed, gentlemen. We're over here at Jack in the Box now.
Not to mention, there's a nice 12 hours of seated computer time between those two.
5:31 in the morning.
How is he so thin? How is this? How does that work? I guess.
How am I skinny? I'll tell you how I'm fucking skinny. You know how? It's because I don't eat a lot of fucking food. That's the reason why. It's not a big fucking secret. You want to be skinny? Stop eating so much fucking food. You're like, oh, I don't know, oh, I'm so fat. Well, because you're fucking eating food all. Stop eating food. What are you doing eating all the fucking food for? Quit it. Quit going to Golden Corral. You don't need to be there. Get the fuck out of there. Do you limit yourself? Sometimes, yeah. Like, I don't go all in on food. I went yesterday to a Korean barbecue place, and I ate a lot of food there. Sure, but, like, that's rare. I hardly ever do that.
Like, he's malnourished, right? Like, that's a lot of people say there's some people who are skinny fat.
The people that are skinny, you know who the people that talk about how skinny people are malnourished? You want to know who those people are? It's called fat people. That's right. It's fat people trying to cope, trying to come up with, oh, no, it's the same as me. No, it's not, you whale. Shut the hell up, fat ass. Talking shit, you damn pig. Fuck you. No, I having to fucking see this shit my whole life. I had people that were making fun of me for being skinny in school, and you know what they are now? Diabetes. That's where they are. And that's what you get. Because they're eating too much fucking food, being fat. They got problems with their knees and shit. Because they're fat. Just how it is. I had to deal with that shit my whole life. People talk about everybody. You're not supposed to talk about how fat somebody is, but you can talk about how they're skinny is more punching up. And I think the fact that it's called like that, it's okay. It implies that being skinny is better. Now, I'll tell you another thing. I lost all my teeth. I only have 4 teeth left of real teeth. I only have 4 teeth left, guys. And I got a bad feeling it's probably about to be 2 or 3 pretty soon. All my teeth rotted out of my fucking head. That's just the way it is.
They're just not good at metabolizing food compared to like someone who's morbidly obese. And they can eat like the same amount as someone, but the food is so low quality and their body's just so allergic to it. Causes so much inflammation, their body works so inefficiently to digest.
No, this is fat cope. This is it's literal hogwash, bro. Like, it's hogwash. They're trying to make this shit up. Nope, all fake. It's all fake.
So that they just don't gain any weight. They just gain fat. Their muscle,
of course.
Anyway,
biology.
I mean, it looks like it could be possible. Also, in this video, it looks like his hair.
It's Golden Corral. It's not biology. That's what they should do. They should rename Golden Corral to biology, or you know what they should do? Rename Golden Corral to genetics. And then maybe finally the fat people would tell the truth.
Doesn't look too great. It seems like he may have gone a while without showering. Shortly after uploading that video, he uploaded a video revealing that he hadn't showered in a month.
Hey guys, it's me again. And last night I ended what happened to be the longest streak that I've ever had of not taking a shower.
I beat this, by the way.
I've got to say, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I beat this. I more than 2x that.
Occasionally, I'll go 3 or 4 days.
3.5.
I don't think I've ever gone more
months.
than 3 or 4. Actually, I went camping for an entire week, so I went a whole week. I didn't go with a shower.
3.5 months. Shower. Almost 4.
You know, that's a lot. That was outside. I just can't imagine that. I just really can't imagine that. What's the reasoning behind it? I don't know. Will we ever find out? We kind of figure out a little bit
Well,
of it.
it's a waste of time. Like, if I could shower, then that's going to be like 30, 40 minutes. Because it takes me time to shower. Because of how greasy my face gets and my hair gets. And so then I have to wash my hair. And I do shower once a week now. Right now, I shower once a week.
This abstinence from the shower was during a break he was taking from streaming.
That's right.
And he said that he only showered in the first place so he wouldn't look bald on stream.
Yeah, because like my hair gets greasy. Like y'all can see my hair is a little bit greasy here, right? It's a little bit. But what happened, see, like this dude, he might not understand. Is so like I had really bad dandruff and shit like that whenever I was a kid. I did. Like it would be like snow on my shoulders, like one of those Christmas trees. But what I did, and I had a big problem with this, and I still have a bit of an issue with it, right? If I don't shower for like a whole week, it can be, you know, I'll have like skin flakes and shit like that. But after I stopped showering for 3.5 months, 90% of it went away. I'm not kidding. 90% of all of the dandruff problems and skin flake problems that I had, because I had to recalibrate the homeostasis of my body. And I did.
Since he wasn't streaming, there was no need to shower.
There were a number of reasons why I take showers. I think one of the big reasons is so I don't look bald whenever I'm streaming.
Yeah, because it just gets greasy.
I'm not streaming right now, so I'm pretty much good.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I broke this streak, as you guys can see, my hair is, well, I still do look bald, but this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah. And that was a long time ago. Now it's worse.
He also says that he broke the streak because he thought he needed to be somewhere, so he showered for that, but he ended up not actually having to go.
I wasted my time.
So he showered for no reason.
I thought that I had to be somewhere today, but apparently I don't have to be there. So I pretty much showered for nothing, and I ruined, you know, what turned out to be a pretty good thing.
That's pretty cool. Hey, man, clean your penis. Clean your tip. Zach, clean your tip. And your ball sack. And your gooch. And your asshole, please. And your armpits. And your mouth. The inside, wash your, brush your teeth. Everything
I brush my teeth every day.
You don't need to wash any of that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't need to wash your hair.
That's not true. See, that's what I thought too. But what happened is that, like, on my chest, I was actually developing scales. And I noticed it because I touched my chest, and I realized that I couldn't even feel my own fingers. And I realized that I was actually evolving. And I had to, that's whenever I nerfed myself and I started showering again. I did. Like, there were actual scales and, like, armor that was being built up on my skin. It took 3.5 months for that to happen.
You don't need to wash your face. It's all nonsense. But clean your mushroom tip and your asshole. Please. More of this video talks about how he got a girlfriend and that she demanded he shower more, which meant he had to do laundry more, and that was a lot of work because you have to pick up the clothes.
And then she would get mad if I would ever shower and wear the same clothes after I showered. She would get mad, bro. She'd get mad at everything, bro. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. You get mad about fucking everything, bro. Like, oh, Jesus.
The ground.
I got a girlfriend, and she was not particularly happy with this designated showering days thing, and she pretty much insisted that I move it up to about 3 or so, and that was a lot of work. You gotta change your clothes after you shower. That means you gotta do laundry. If you gotta do laundry, that means you gotta pick the clothes up off the floor. It's a lot of work. You gotta deal with it.
That's based. I hate laundry. I think that's lame as shit. It's one of the reasons I have a girlfriend. Just kidding, guys. We assume he's gotten better, but even as recently as 2 years ago, he talks about only showering once a week, so I don't really know.
Listen, guys, I know this might be a surprise, but I shower about once a week.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere around there. Like, whenever my hair, like, the main reason why I shower is whenever my hair looks bad on stream.
Now, I mentioned jokingly to wash your an asshole, but there are plenty of health risks when you don't shower enough and you're disgusting and you live in filth. And
no, it really was incredible what would happen. Like, and so for a long time, I was very sensitive to the cold. And I would get cold very easily, and I would get overheated. And the longer I didn't shower, the more like that spectrum evolved. So like if I could only be comfortable in between 70 and 80 degrees, by the end of those 3 months, I could be comfortable within 60 to like 90 degrees. And so, yeah, like, no, I feel like I was, yeah, it was nuts. Was upgraded? Yeah, it was. I was growing your own insulation? I was, yeah.
Eat terrible foods and are a health risk, basically. Have you ever heard of an outbreak monkey? Yeah,
no.
Not good. Also,
It's
you
fake.
shouldn't shower too much either, like every other day, every 2 days, something
It's
along
fake.
those lines. Overcleaning is bad, according to Harvard Medical School. There is such a thing as overcleaning. It gets rid of too much oil off your skin, and there's like little colonies of bacteria that
See,
live
that's
all
what
over
I
your
was
body.
doing. I was over cleaning. That's why I stopped showering for 3.5 months. See, Harvard agrees with me. That's the thing, is that everybody laughs at me, and then Harvard does a study, and it turns out I was right all along.
And they can't live in a sterile environment, and the absence of normal microorganisms on any organ of your body can even lead to the reduction of what's called immune memory, and your body won't create the normal protective antibodies.
See, this is what I knew this. I didn't read this. I learned it through experience.
Needs to protect itself from all sorts of different things. So wash your in your asshole, and then other than that, take it easy. Sorry, mushroom tip. So yeah, overcleaning potentially bad. Doesn't mean you should shower once a month. That's not recommended by doctors. Once a day is fine. Hey guys, also turns out leaving food and drinks out in your home for days or months in this case at a time, it can impact your health. The U.S. Department.
Yeah, I had this happen. So people had, like, you know how everybody thinks that like the Earth is 6,000 years old? And dinosaurs weren't real, and the fossils were put in the ground by Jews to make the Christians doubt their own faith. Like, we all know that, right? And so I actually learned firsthand that that's not true. Because I had food that was put in my refrigerator, and the food, I don't even know what it was originally. It turned into oil. It was like a black goo. I could have put it probably in my car. I threw it away.
Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service has a page
But after
about
that,
molds and the molds they grow on
It's real, guys. It's real.
Food and the potential dangers that these molds can cause, allergic reactions, respiratory problems. In some instances,
yeah, I was like sneezing in some cases. Like I would wake up and I would have like a little bit of allergies, and then I learned that I went out and I looked at like my pillows, and a lot of my pillows were like damp and they had like mold on them. I don't know how this happened, honestly. I have no idea. But yeah, I put them all outside my room. I had to wash some of the pillows and everything. It was like kind of annoying. Yeah, moisture. Yeah, and so I was sleeping in like mold for a long time. And then I thought I got rid of all of it. And then very recently, this was like maybe when I got my new bed, there was actually, this was crazy. I didn't even know mold could grow on shoes. And like I had these Vans from like that I would wear in high school, and they were all molded over. It was crazy. It was kind of sad. So I had to get rid of a lot of shoes and like clothes and stuff like that too. This is very recently. Yeah, it grows on your skin. Maybe it does. Well, not me. I would never have mold growing on me. It would be other people. That's disgusting.
It can produce poisonous mycotoxins that make you sick. Black molds.
Yeah.
Black mold's very bad. I love mold. Every now and then I'll get a loaf of bread that's really moldy. I'll like let one mold, and then I'll put the bag around my head and I'll go.
That's good. That's smart.
I don't do drugs or smoke or anything like that, but
that's probably worse.
You know, I hermetically, hormetically interact with mycotoxins. Hormetic mycotoxin.
I think that's a good idea, right? Is that
Just
good?
kidding, don't do that.
Should you do
Mold's
that?
not the only substance that can have an impact on your health, and after Asmongold's month without showering, he posted a video talking about why he doesn't drink or use recreational drugs. Some of his reasons are totally understandable reasons. Perfectly based, perfectly red pill.
Today, I want to talk to you all about why I don't smoke, why I don't do any recreational drugs, and why I don't drink.
He'd rather have his money spent on video games as opposed to drinking or drugs.
At the very early stages, right, back in middle school, whenever I first had some of my friends drinking and smoking weed, maybe doing a few other drugs too,
but mostly just like, you know, the casual middle school, you know, early high school stuff. Why I didn't do it then, pretty fucking simple. I could spend $30 on weed, or I could spend $30 on a video game.
He's also worried about developing an addiction, potentially.
Whenever I was a little kid, this might sound kind of crazy, but whenever I was a little kid, I always expected that I would grow up and be a drug addict.
Yeah.
Because, you know...
Because I acted crazy, and so I just assumed that crazy people would just grow up and do drugs.
The streams, or streams, watch, you know, movies and stuff, and, you know, it's like, yeah, that'd probably be me. You know, I'm kind of like a crazy guy, and these crazy guys doing these drugs, yeah, I could do that. And then I got older, and I realized that they were expensive, and I changed my mind.
Yeah. He has a family history of substance abuse.
He used to drink all the time, and we've had a number of alcoholics in the family. And
the number is all of the people basically in the family, but yes.
You know, I asked my dad, I'm like, oh, what happened to Grandpa? And, oh, alcohol poisoning. Okay. What happened to, you know, your great uncle, whoever? Oh, that liver failure.
Not good.
Starting to see a pattern here.
He also acknowledges in that video that he does not live a healthy lifestyle and that he does do some unhealthy things.
I do not live the healthiest life. I
don't treat my body like a temple. I treat it like a zoo. It's been the same way for my whole life.
Like an animal. I've always lived like an animal. I do not treat my body like a temple. I treat it like a zoo.
That's what I said.
And I've always done things like this.
But he wants to minimize the amount of unhealthy things that he does.
Point is that I do some unhealthy things as well. Let's keep that to as much of a minimum as possible.
Exactly. He's like looking at it as if it's like a kind of an in and out stat point, and he didn't upgrade any points into drugs and alcohol. Which, to me, I feel like you're better off probably drinking drugs and doing alcohol in moderation than you are just completely avoiding those things and then not showering for a month.
No, that's not true. There's no way. Like, showering doesn't make that big of a difference. No, it's bullshit. Bullshit.
I know. I also don't drink and I don't do drugs. I literally do not. I suck. I'm an incredibly boring person, and people have only liked me since I've been an old man, and people are like, now there's not drinking as much or doing as many drugs. But when I was like 20 years old, I didn't have any friends. Nobody loved me. So me and Asmongold can relate on that. Just kidding, that was me. Don't put that in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. He's a great guy. I don't know. He's got cockroaches on him. I don't know. He's legendary. That's for damn sure. Son of a... I'll also say, though, there is a difference between eating healthy and living healthy, because you can go eat like McDonald's and shit, and then have a clean house and not expose yourself to irritants, molds.
McDonald's isn't that bad.
Mycotoxins.
It's not that bad.
You don't have to do one or the other. You can. There's other ways to maximize the stat points. He minimized all the stat points of both of those things, and that's why we see videos of his living conditions where there are millions of ants in his house, thousands.
Oh yeah, this was so annoying. Oh my god. Oh, they were so annoying.
I have hundreds in my garage here, but I'm in a garage. I can't stop them. There's a garage door right there, and just creatures get in here. It's crazy. There's a spider right there that's like this big around. He's got millions of ants in his house, maybe billions. I'm not exactly sure.
Not anymore. No, I got rid of all these. I got a vacuum and I vacuumed them all up. They're gone. There's no more ants.
Dress them. There's also cockroaches climbing on him. Literally climbing on him in his room. This is disgusting, by the way, but you might think the one place that might be clean in the Asmongold world, the shower. His shower was at one point so nasty because he threw up in it and left it for months, claiming that it melted the bottom of his shower curtain, and his mom had to clean it up after some was still on the bottom of the curtain and it started to smell like barbecue. So I don't know what the f it means. It's disgusting. All this was in a story he told to Trainwrecks in person.
I threw up in my my bathtub.
Oh, this is the old apartment. Remember this?
About a few months, and my mom finally cleaned it up. And a few years after that, I kept going in there, and I'd always smell this very strong scent of hickory smoked barbecue.
Oh, so good.
That's disgusting. The best thing ever.
Yeah.
And I had cleaned all this stuff, so I never thought anything. And then we replaced the shower curtain, and I saw at the bottom of the shower curtain was melted with rotten puke. And the puke had oxidized into the point where it smelled like barbecue. And I almost didn't really want to get rid of the shower curtain.
So yeah, that's pretty damn...
Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, for a while, I can't believe that. Yeah, I mean, like, it is what it is.
Bad. I'm going to be honest. That's pretty abhorrent, disgusting, degenerate, etc. But my God, is it legendary. Smells must be something that Asmongold doesn't pay that much mind.
I can't smell anything. I have no real sense of smell. I can only smell a few things. I can smell dead animals, and I can smell primarily dead animals. I can smell soda. Yeah, I can smell the types of soda. Yeah. Maybe steak, a little bit like that. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really have any sense of smell.
If any mind at all, he uses a dead and decaying rat as an alarm clock at one point.
The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock, actually, for my stream, because
I found the rat, by the way.
Basically, what happened was
I found this one.
Whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then it would start smelling again, and then the smell would wake me up.
Yeah.
So I would use the rat effectively as an alarm clock, and
wake me up like
as soon
7.
as it, it got hot enough, it would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream.
That's pretty badass. Also, left a rat in a room full of junk that had just piled up for 5 or 6 years before he cleaned it and then covered the stain with a rug.
Anyway, what happened is that a rat got in there and it died.
Yes.
And so I was like, man, this smells really bad. We've got to deal with this problem with the dead rat in that room. So I closed the door. And that was pretty much about it.
And the smell went away after a while. If you ignore a lot of problems, they do go away. Don't ever let somebody tell you that that's not the case. There are tons of problems that if you ignore them, they'll go away.
I didn't go in the room anymore. So anyway, I go back. This is like 5 or 6 years later. I'm going to clean up this room. And I actually did. It was like, I felt like Hercules, like cleaning the stables, right? It was like commanded by Zeus. And like there was just so much shit in there. It was insane. It took me a week to clean this out.
Yes.
And I had to throw things away, fill up my garbage can. We have like the biggest size garbage can you can possibly have. I filled it up every single fucking week with stuff. And it took like 3 weeks to get everything out of the window, and it was kind of annoying to me. But we got rid of them, and the problem got solved. And there was like
as soon as I got my room cleaned up, my mom ordered a bunch of extra stuff on Amazon to put in my old room. So now it's just full of more boxes. Yeah, she's like, wow, look at all this space. Holy shit. You know what? We need another thing up. We need more plates. Let's buy more plates. Oh, fuck.
Big, like, there's like a stain on the floor, and so I put a rug over it.
Yeah.
And everything's fine now.
That was where the dead rat was.
It's a miracle that he's still the fine specimen that he is. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, definitely. So, yeah, the rat was like, half of the rat's body was like decayed. I took a picture of it because I thought people wouldn't believe it. Everybody would always... like they would always act like I was lying. Let me see if I have the picture of this. Where did it go? Oh, this is one of a possum. There's that. That's from 2021. Let me see if I can find another one. Where is the dead rat? I don't know where the hell it is, because I remember I took a picture of it. Where did it go? That's so weird. Huh. Check the date? No, I thought it was there. I'm not going to look too much longer. I'm just going to look for a couple more minutes, and then if I can't find it, we'll just move on. But I really thought that I had it here. What the hell? What in the fuck? Oh my God, there's no way I lost this. Maybe I took it off the phone. That's probably what it was. I might have gotten rid of it off the phone. Because I took pictures of my room, and so I assumed it would be about the same time, but maybe it's just not there. Because it's really crazy. Like, half of the rat was, oh, this is a raccoon. That was a raccoon that I got, and that was cool. Do I have any other good ones? You name it? Not really. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not able to find it. I'm a big idiot, stupid dumbass. Yeah. Damn it, man. Okay.
The effects of the way that this man lives are seemingly clear. It's pretty clear it's affected his body quite badly. And when you ask the question, what are the red marks on the wall in this video, you'll find the answer that he was wiping blood from his teeth on the wall so he didn't have to get out of bed. What?
Yeah, because a lot of my teeth at that time had been rotting out because I couldn't afford to get the fillings replaced. So I couldn't really fix the teeth. And so they just like, the fillings just come out, right? That's what happens. They have to be replaced regularly. And so then over time, obviously, like if the tooth is exposed, then it just decays over time. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's just how it is. That's why you have the enamel on the teeth. And so the teeth would just decay. And yeah. Find a new dentist? So no, I mean, like, this was like a long time. How do you even wipe teeth on a wall? Well, I would do like this, and I would just get it off of my teeth and I'd put it on the wall. Like, that's what it was. It really hurts. Yeah, it was really painful. It was bad. And is that a problem you can ignore? Yeah, I did. I ignored the problem and the teeth went away. Yeah, exactly. And so is it painful? It was so painful that I would pass out from the pain sometimes. That's how bad it was. And so, yeah. And so that would happen, and I'm trying to think what else besides that, getting dentures. Yeah. And that's why I had it happen. And I was like 21 at the time, like 20 or 21. I was still pretty young. Maybe 22.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. How do you even do that? Your teeth were bleeding. How are your teeth bleeding, dude? So you didn't have to get out of bed? I had a little booger area when I was a kid.
Yeah, they would. That's too young for teeth problems? Yeah, well, that's just what happened. Yeah, that's just how it is.
When I was like...
And I didn't have the money to get it fixed or anything either, so I just had to let it happen.
Infant, like 4 or 5 years old, there was a little booger wall, a little booger area, and then I got in a lot of trouble and I'd stop, because I'm normal. Or at least I'm not even that normal. I have ASD level 3. Or ASD level 1, I don't know. I got Asperger's. There's no excuse.
You can't eat certain food?
Not doing too good.
No.
His teeth were so bad at one point, he broke a tooth on a piece of pizza and
Sam's
used
Club.
pliers to pull out the remaining chunk.
I used to be an animal, a degenerate, and a fiend.
Not exactly.
One time, I broke my tooth eating
Sam's Club pizza.
A pizza at Sam's Club.
Yep. I was with my mom.
I had to raid lead the Lich King Heroic. And the shard of the tooth that was still there...
Because people would not move out of shadow traps, which was like the mechanic in phase 1. I had to keep calling them out, and I couldn't do it. I remember it very clearly.
Was stabbing my tongue.
Yeah, I wonder how I knew it was going to happen.
And I went downstairs on the break for the raid, and I got a pair of pliers, and I broke that piece of my tooth off with pliers in my bathroom.
Yeah.
And on stream,
I basically took it, and I still have the pliers in my bathroom. I took the pliers and I just like crushed it, and then that pretty much solved the problem. I came back and we raid-led and killed the boss, by the way. And I have Invincible now.
That he has lost so many teeth between the ages of 21 to 28.
Yeah.
That after getting all
it started at like 19 probably was whenever they started to like really decay. But then it wasn't until like probably 20 or 21 whenever I had to have them like start having them pulled out.
Fixed. Mm-hmm. He now only has a single digit amount of original teeth.
That's right. Your face is more round. I actually think that my face got a lot thinner whenever I was like I'd say like 21 to like 28 or so, because I lost all my teeth. But well, I never brushed my teeth in high school. I would brush my teeth maybe once every other week. The reason why is that I didn't really see the point in it. I had just always assumed that I would probably kill myself or something like after I graduate high school. Because, like, I just didn't really want to live the life that people wanted me to live. I was like, what's really the point of this? Like, why would I brush my teeth? Why would I give a shit? And so I just never did. I never thought about the future. I never thought about what would happen. And so, yeah. You see the point now? Yeah, I mean, it was definitely regrettable, right? I mean, it was not a good decision in retrospect. Yeah, it was not. You know, now my face is probably about the same as it was like whenever I was younger, like even younger, like 16 or 17, because like I got the teeth replaced, so like, you know, those muscles are in my face again. How many teeth did you... that's why I have a beard, by the way, is because like I don't have a jawline anymore because all the teeth are rotted out, and like my jaw is contracted to the point where like you can't even put teeth in, so like I have no back teeth at all. Lose? I have a single digit number of actual real teeth. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of it. 4 teeth left. Was that depression that you were going through? Did you not think you get any help? Oh, who cares? Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this fucking some depression? But get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. That's the way it is. Everybody has problems. Left. So, like, I don't know how many you start with. I'm not sure. 32? Damn. That was nuts. So I lost 28 of them. Holy fuck.
And some people point out his teeth on stream as there's, like, something in them.
Let me see. If something in your teeth? Yeah, that's called one of my teeth. Actually, let me see. Do I have something in my teeth? Yeah, right there. No. That's fine. Just you guys want to see? I'll show you. Let me see. I took a picture. I'm not gonna upload the photo, but I'll just show you what it looks like on my phone, and you'll see how bad it was. There's so many fucking pictures on my phone. I'm sorry if I'm not able to here. Oh man. Well, anyway, I took a picture of all my teeth, right? Like the bottom row of my teeth, and the entire thing had like pretty much totally rotted out. Like every single tooth they had to pull out and put something on and like grind down. And like a lot of them were like black and they had been like decayed and had like, I don't know, stuff growing on them. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to the pictures. I guess I can't find... yeah, I don't know what the fuck. No, it's supposed to be there, unfortunately. That's one of my teeth that I need to get fixed. It sucks, but there it is. Anyway, so let me see if something in your teeth. Yeah.
And he acknowledges that it's just a tooth that's rotting because
you
drink
it's just
so
the tooth just turned black, basically.
Much soda, and he doesn't drink water, and it's foreign to him. And
well, I do drink water. I play this up.
Who the fuck drinks this shit?
I drink water sometimes.
Yeah, just.
His teeth are bad, man. It's tough to maintain the balance of your teeth. I've never had braces or anything. I've got pretty good teeth.
Yep.
It's because I brushed them!
Yeah, I never brushed my teeth at all. I think I really started brushing my teeth at like age 20. I think it was like maybe 19 or so. But like before then, I would never brush my teeth. Yep.
Drink water and all that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff, by the way. And I'm no stranger to talking about Zach Asmongold. I've been a big fan of his antics for quite a while now. I brought him up.
No, my parents tried to make me do it. They tried to push me to do it. I just wouldn't do it. I just tell them I'd do it. I just don't do it.
My girlfriend on the Some Ordinary podcast, and it was only a matter of time before he reacted to that.
Of course.
And he reacted to it, and I got to give Zach credit here, dude. Like, obviously, I'm just poking fun. This dude's a internet legend. Like, this is it's a big-ass meme, right? This whole thing is a big meme. This is one of the most interesting character traits anyone who's been famous on the internet has ever had, and it's funny, and it's disgusting and weird. But it's entertaining for sure. And I've got to give Zach credit for being able to acknowledge that he is in fact living quite poorly. He has acknowledged it repeatedly.
Oh, I live like an animal. I absolutely live like an animal. It's not even a question.
Takes a shot on the chin like a champ. And it's really not a shot on the chin, to be honest. It's just like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
That seems bad. I also want to apologize for what I said in the Some Ordinary podcast. I said that Asmongold looked like you could feed him an apple through a fence because I was making a horse joke. And
I have horse teeth. That's just the way it is. People have been making jokes like that about me for the whole time. And then also another reason is because I don't have any muscles in the back of my mouth, obviously I can't eat that way. And so it shifted like my facial structure to where I only have muscles in the front of my face. And so it makes me look like a horse. No, I understand. Yeah, that's just what happened.
Not mad at me for making fun of the way that he looks.
I do.
And I'm pretty sure that I heard one of his friends say that as a meme on stream at some point. That's where I got it from.
People have been calling me that my whole life.
I didn't say that ever. I believe I
there's
picked
a
that
reason
up
for
from
that.
watching his content.
Yeah.
I just meant it as a light joke. I wouldn't be making this video if I hated Asmongold or wanted to actually make him feel bad about himself outside of his dirty house and room. It's not cool to make fun of the way that someone looks, so I apologize for that, obviously. It does seem
it doesn't bother me. I know I look like an animal. I look like a deformed, fucking disgusting, degenerate animal. I've always looked bad. That's just the way it is. That's life. Bad RNG.
So he is slowly improving his situation over time, and his lifestyle is getting better, but it's taken over a decade at this point, and it seems like he goes through a bit of an ebb and flow.
What? No, you don't look bad? Guys, do you know whenever I started having anybody tell me that I didn't look like shit? Whenever I started becoming popular as a streamer. Before that, nobody said anything good about me. Nobody ever said anything like that. Do you really think I'm going to believe that? I have, you guys know I have a mirror, right? I have a mirror. Like, I know what I look like. You don't need to, guys, this isn't some weird thing where like the girls come together and they tell the fat girl that she's beautiful and she feels good. And then, like they act like they did something special. Hey, guys, listen. I've got a fucking mirror, okay? It's okay. Normal dirt. Yeah, no, I mean, I know the way I've been treated my whole life and the way people have talked about me my whole life. No, absolutely not. No, the only time I ever got any type of positive, like, anybody saying anything good about the way I looked is after I got popular streaming. I mean, come on, let's be real. It's just the way it is.
Maintaining his environment. I just want to know how his brain works. He's really good at WoW and organizing stuff in WoW, just not in Wheel Wife. Wheel Wife sucks. We do find out, thanks to this reaction, that the room we see him in the most is called The Lair, and that is the cleanest room. It's where he spends the most of his time.
Yes.
And it's not in a good state, though. Even here, it's pretty bad. So the other parts are probably worse or something like that. I don't know.
I wonder if he just has like a little den that he records in and he actually lives in like a normal place.
Oh, that conspiracy? Yeah. Where the fuck does this come from? This is not, You want to know that the truth is that this is the cleanest room in my house. Because this is the one I'm in all the time. It's the rest of the house that's bad.
Yeah, people with the mansion thing. Yeah, exactly.
This is pretty good. Well, actually, I mean, it's not.
Also, when we brought him up on the Some Ordinary podcast, he says that he wanted to come on at some point, and maybe this video will encourage him to come on, dude. How about that?
When are we getting him on, by the way?
When Asmongold is free, the dude streams like 36 hours of fucking
Yeah,
day.
Mudahar invited me on the podcast. I do want to go on there eventually. I just haven't done it before. I'll move it up so you guys can see him. Yeah, we don't want to miss out on him.
How about I spend a week with you in your house? That's what I would like to do. And
be careful what you wish for. No mere mortal can live with Asmongold. The last time people went over to my house, they got hives, rashes, acne. No. This is no. You do not. You trust me.
Document the whole thing. That'd be really fun.
That would be awful.
Like
trust me.
In the wilderness. Imagine having a sleepover at Asmongold's house. That'd be scary as dude. There's just rats and shit everywhere. Assimilated organisms. The life of Asmongold to me is really interesting because it goes to show that social media and this whole internet thing and making content on platforms like YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever, it can change someone's life, absolutely elevate that person's life, and also it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. I can't imagine Asmongold would find success in many other high success fields. I'm sure he could live a normal life. I'm sure of that. But like, you know, fucking being the salesman guy or other, I don't know, some cringe shit. I'm not sure. Dude's nailed it as a content creator in spite of
I never
having rats.
Growing up, I never wanted to have a job. I never wanted to have a job. I never wanted to do anything. All I wanted to do was steal people's stuff, play video games all the time, and hang out with my friends. That was all I ever wanted to do. Yep.
In his house. And cockroaches crawling on him and blood on the walls from his rotting teeth. Incredible. We also talked about the fact that Zach only spends about 1% of his income, and that is on food and stuff for his job. In the same interview later on, it's brought up that he could just spend 2% of his income and completely revolutionize and change his life for the better.
Like, do you think spending that little is okay? Because you could spend 2% of the money you make.
And then what would it do?
Completely change your quality of life.
He could replace his bed. You know, the one he's had for 25 years.
How could that possibly happen?
Okay, invest in a good mattress.
I have slept on this bed for 25 years.
Yep.
I did get a new
That
mattress.
has got to be fucking gross.
I don't know about that. I feel like it's nice. I like the bed.
He could hire a maid. That'd be really easy. Then he wouldn't have to surround himself with irritants, filth, mold, and contagions.
Get some maids, clean the house.
Yep, I was right.
Deep clean his house, clean the floors that are stained with food, rat remains, blood, drinks, shit, probably, and vomit.
Upgrade your showers to where showering is.
Well, even like the bathroom, like the carpet is like, because the refrigerator would leak and then the carpet would always be damp, like growing up. And we never really replaced it. Like, I still have that carpet. It's there now. Yeah. We just put another, we put like an outdoor mat over it, so it didn't get our socks dirty whenever we would walk over it.
Easier. Like, I'm getting a waterhead shower because I spend way too long because I'm a big guy and I just want it to fucking be done with. So waterhead, get me fucking soaked in seconds.
Yeah.
Like I do your mom.
I would love to sit down with this guy and just ask him so many questions. He's very fascinating. Man, is it laziness, stagnation, simple acceptance and surrender? Does he just have like a Buddhist mentality of just, I will accept all things that happen to me violently? He subjected himself to living in an unclean environment from habits that maybe they stemmed from necessity and doing the best that he could. I don't know. It's no longer the case because he makes so much money. He can just hire someone to fix his problem. So it's got to be some kind of logical thing. I have no idea. Please wash your and your ass. Thank you, Zach.
I love how he knows I'm going to watch this. He knows I'm going to see it. Abso-fucking-lutely. What a fucking video, by the way. Oh my God. I will say that he got almost everything right. He did. He got almost everything right about it. Now, obviously, this, like, so the way that I live is, like, I do end up, like, yeah, I live like an animal. I definitely do. So, was right? Yeah, points video. No, I don't take any of it personally. Like, but if you actually hired an interior designer, I was going to have somebody renovate the house. I was going to have it done for my mom, but my mom didn't want to have it done. No, sorry, I didn't do it because then COVID started happening, and because she was like compromised, and she wouldn't get the vaccine either, and so like I was like, okay, well, there's no way that I can have people in here doing work, like no way, and so yeah, that's the reason why it never happened. Because I would have done that in general. So, yeah, I mean, I think for me is, like, The reason I started living like that is that, like, growing up, like, I always felt like I wasn't really a normal person. I wasn't really a person. I was like an animal, right? Or like some sort of like in between an animal and a person, because I just felt like I never really connected with people. People didn't really like me a lot. And like, you know, and like, no, really, right? I wouldn't be able to like interact with people, a furry. No, like, I think a good way to explain it is like a homunculus or like a golem, right? It's like you look like a person, you act like a person, but you're not really a person. That's always the way that I felt about myself, like growing up, because of how much, like I had like a number of like pretty weird friction points growing up where it was like kind of a shock for me to see like kind of how much different I was than other people. And I think that after doing that, and then growing, also, like, I didn't really get along, like, you know, never had girls like me. I didn't really have, like, the normal, like, you know, like, I guess, growing up experience that a lot of people did. And I was always treated quite badly in that respect, too. And I thought to myself, like, well, you know, if I live this way, and even despite living this way, like, people don't like me, and I still feel like shit, and people still, like, you know, don't want to be around me and don't like me, what's the point of trying to take care of yourself? What's the point of trying to do this? Like, why am I trying to fix myself if the fixed version of myself, people don't want it anyway? People never liked me anyway, so who cares? For yourself, I don't care about myself. That's not important to me. What was mattered to me is the way people see me. Like, and I will tell you how much that's true. I have these side of my teeth fixed because I usually look at my monitor from this side. My teeth here are missing because I never felt like fixing those, because people don't see that a lot on camera, so it's not that big of a deal. That's the only reason that one side of my teeth is fixed and the other one isn't. It's because this is the side I usually am seen on camera. That's it. Unless it isn't content brain. Yeah, exactly, right? And you can see it all the time. Yeah, I probably should get it fixed. I might do that at some point. But no, I live like a degenerate. I live like an animal. And I think that it took me a long time to, like, because it was weird, right, growing up. And especially, like, having a lot of the, like, I had, like, friends that, like, were able to go forward and, like, do things in their life that, you know, I was very, like, I was envious of, right? It's like I growing up, like, I had to help my mom. Like, I had to take a lot of, like, my student loan money and, like, any money that I made and, like, give all that money to her, because, like, she wasn't getting a job. And, like, if I didn't do that, then she'd be homeless. And I mean, how could I take care of her, right? And so I had to do that. And so I couldn't really go out and live a life the way that, you know, I think a lot of other people, like, would naturally want to, right? I couldn't go out and do, you know, live in an apartment with, like, other friends of mine. I couldn't go and, you know, have different types of experiences that, you know, people had growing up. And, you know, then my teeth started falling out, and it's like everything in my life was awful, right? Is he making this up? No, I mean, I wish. I mean, you can go back and look at the videos yourself, right? I mean, like, I mean, I've recorded everything in my life, right? It's not like it's a big secret. Effective relationships as well. Yeah, exactly. Like, I couldn't really have a girlfriend because, like, I was dealing with this, and then I had other issues. I didn't have money to go out or do anything. And so, yeah, it's never good enough. No, yeah, and that's it. And so that happened a lot, and it got to the point to where, like, I had to, because I cared a lot about what people thought about me when I was, like I would say, how old was I? Maybe, like, like, I would say 15 and under. Right? Something like that, 15 under. I really cared a lot about it. And then growing up, I realized that people would never really, it doesn't matter, like, what clothes I wear, how I act, anything like that. People are never going to like me, right? It's not like, you know, I can convince people that I'm not what I am. So I stopped giving a fuck. And so my entire life, I think, has been, in a lot of cases, a process of caring about less things as possible. Right? Where it's like, you know, growing up, I've had to stop caring about the way that people felt about me and how people perceived me. Then, you know, having to deal with, like, my mom, and then, like, my dad getting, like, super fucking sick. I had to, like, try to disconnect and, like, you know, come to terms with the fact that, like, I'm going to lose and you know, have everybody around me die, right? And that already happened with my mom. And so that was really awful, and it was hard for me to come to terms with that, and I still haven't really entirely. And like now I'm getting older, right? And I'm, you know, I see my friends of mine as like, you know, getting gray hair, and you know, I sometimes I get afraid of like kind of getting older and dying, but I try not to think about it as much anymore or care anymore, because it doesn't, like, there's nothing like you can do about it. It doesn't make a difference. Like balding, yeah, balding, absolutely. You know, my friend came over yesterday, completely fucking bald. Yeah, exactly. And so I had that happen, and so I had to, like, now I'm kind of much more in the process of trying to just, you know, separate myself from like the way I look or anything like that, like my self-image. Like I try not to, and this is like something that happened like when I lost my teeth, right? Because like losing your teeth and like having all your teeth falling out and like rotting whenever you're like, you know, ages like 20 to like 25, right? That's like insanely bad. Like people look at you and they're just like, it's disgusting. And it was, because it is disgusting. And so it's like you have to develop a certain degree of like, you know, like you can look in a mirror and you can see yourself, but like you think about it as like it's like an intellectual perspective, where it's like you don't really see yourself as like, you don't have an emotional attachment to the way that you look or the, you know, like what you are. And I felt like I had to develop that a lot in my life. And then now I'm even having to do that with myself as an individual, because obviously I'm getting older. I've had like issues with my back, etc. And I've been very lucky, right, that nothing else like that has happened. But, you know, like learning to let go of yourself is a pretty hard thing to do. But yeah, no, and there's a lot more to it, right? And like experiences I've had, you know, growing up especially. And so I try not to think about it or care at all, because I think in the end it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, I don't, like, I'm not a big believer in like an afterlife or anything like that. I think that's all just bullshit that people tell themselves so they can feel better about, you know, the fact that, you know, people are just fucking nothing, right? It's just meat. And so, yeah, that's the way I've seen it. And I have a very dark outlook on life and pretty much everything. And I think that the more that I explain my perspective of things, the darker it gets. And so I think a lot of those things contributed to like the way that I live. And so yeah, I think that's a lot of the reasons why I did it. It's not a crude matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's whatever, right? But that's the way it happens. You're dark and kind of real. No, I try to be realistic about it as much as possible. And do you believe in God? No, it's fake. It's possible, right? It's definitely possible. I just don't think it's happening. Like I don't think there's any proof for it. And I think that it's a cope. Do you believe in free will? I do, in general, yeah. About family, wife, and the kids. Growing up, I always assumed that I would die alone because of how weird I am and like how much like I guess like this is a really weird way to say it, is that, you know, people feel like they feel something whenever they touch another person. And I remember like whenever I first had like a girlfriend and stuff, I always hoped that I would feel that way, but it just felt the same to me as touching like a chair. Like I never really felt anything like being around or anyone. And I realized that, like, you know, again, I'm like an animal or something. Like, I don't even know. And so, yeah, I figure, fuck it. I might as well live like an animal, too. So it's fucking hilarious. I know. I don't even, yeah, that's the way it is. And when based women are chairs. Well, hey, you know, like, there it is. Try touching a dude. That's a good one. I like that. And I've internalized a lot of people enjoy your content. No, that's fine. I know that people like me. Right, yeah, of course. Your extreme case. Yeah. No, that's the way I see it too. And yeah, it was a very, very weird realization. I remember I was like in 6th grade whenever I started to like really realize that about myself. And like, again, I think that it's a it's like if you think of an onion, there are just like more and more layers of it, and the more layers, the worse it gets. So that's basically it. There's a reason why I'm in my house that has mold and garbage and animals everywhere, living in mold, trash, blood on the wall. And this is just the way by myself with the doors locked. So you're Shrek? I'm Shrek, but I'm not fat. Yes. Were you ever resentful of your parents whenever you were younger? Absolutely. Of course I was. Yeah, sure. This sounds like the dissection of the personality of a serial killer. For sure. For sure. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, there you go. Brother, why did you get your teeth rotten at such a young age? I just never brushed them. Bad genetics was a part of it, right? I mean, for sure, but it was only a part of it. That was it. You'd be surprised of how many felt the same way growing up. Oh, it doesn't matter to me how many people feel the same way that I do. If people feel the same way, that's great, but like, I'm not looking for validation. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I've moved past that. And also keep in mind that there's probably a lot more to this that I don't really tell people because it would change their perception of me in a way that it would be too much. And so I'm not fully displaying my power level of being crazy. It's just it's just a small part of it. But yeah. You ever generally cared to know why you are the way you are? No. It's not relevant. It's not important. It doesn't matter. Are you gonna make upgrades to the house? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so either. Is that also you guys think I have autism? I don't know. Like, I feel like, let me link you guys this video. I find it to be so flattering that people are making 40-minute videos about me like I'm some kind of a fucking like Bigfoot or something. I think it's growing up, like, I never thought it would get this far. I'm gonna be honest, I never did. Give it a like. This is amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, it was fucking crazy in Enigma. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'm told I have Asperger's, but I think being told that I have it did more damage than maybe actually having it. Yeah, I have a lot of the, what do you call it? The commonalities of having, like, autism or something like that. But I don't necessarily think that I do. I think that, I think what's wrong with me is a lot worse, to be honest. Like, autism is like a mild dysfunction. What you're talking about is being 180 degrees in the wrong way. So, yeah. What would happen if you showed your craziness in full? Oh, I don't know. Is that really more? It's not trauma? Yeah, sure. I mean, people have, like, whatever opinions they want, right? So, yeah. Someone have I have the game Faith is in your house? Yeah, it's a lot, man. Yours are just situational. Good thing you became a streamer. Yeah, I like streaming a lot. I've always liked making videos. I was going to go to law school, and I was, finishing a degree in computer information systems whenever I dropped out. And I have a degree in business, and business administration, which is basically cosmetic. It doesn't really matter. And so, yeah, there was that. And I wanted to become a lawyer because I realized that you could use the law to scam people. Because my friend Jason in high school knew all the rules to Magic the Gathering, and he could figure out a way to, like, shift rules in a way that would make him win the games, and people couldn't argue with him. And I thought to myself, I bet lawyers can do the same thing in real life, and I can do this to other people, and so I want to learn everything about it so I can do it to them. And so that's why I wanted to go into law. That was the reason. And so I never really followed through with that, but that was the reason. Code of ethics. Well, again, that's not really the way I looked at it, but that was it. Went to law school for the same reason? Yeah, exactly. Similar to how you think lying is cheating, but legally? Yeah, exactly. I'll read a few of the comments. I can't wait for the 4-hour dissection of this by Asmon. Yeah, there it is. Please clean yourself. This is so annoying. Yeah, sure. I didn't shower for 6 weeks straight, which resulted in me getting pneumonia. What the fuck? Bronchitis, 103-degree fever. I had to cut 6 inches off my hair because I had a big tangled... Ah, come on. Yeah, you got it's not so bad. 6 weeks. Asmon lives online. His house is his prison. I like that. I think Pink Sparkle is breaking up because he refused to leave his house, refused to leave Austin, refused to travel with her or meet her family is peak need. There it is. True. Let's see here. I use Asmon's house as motivation to clean my apartment. His minimalistic approach to life, despite his colossal earnings, absolutely baffles me. Well, it's because I don't view any of that stuff as mattering. It just isn't. It doesn't mean anything to me. That's really it. Like, yeah, sorry. And whenever I say that, like, I have a nice new Mercedes, right? I got a 2024 car. Whenever I say I don't care, there's like a degree of like people that say they don't care because they try to find pride in like having things that are cheap. I'm not like that. Whenever I say I don't care, I mean I don't care. Like, if you want to give me a really expensive car, as long as it doesn't like, draw attention to me, that's fine. If you want to give me a piece of shit, that's fine too. It's okay because, as I said before, I don't care. So there it is. Under 1%. Oh, I mean, that month it certainly wasn't. Yeah, that was like 60K, like 50, 60K, something like that. Yeah. You're a car guy? No, not really. Not at all. Hardly. Does it have a soda holder? It does. Yes, it has 2 of them. I'm 40 and I'm gonna wash my teeth. I have 4 fake ones, probably 5 the next year, something like that. Well, good for you. It's a good start. You know, a brand of Mercedes, it's like I think a 300 or something like that. I don't know. I think C300. Yeah, how's the stereo sound? Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Did you get insurance? I have to. It's legally required. Oh, yeah. No, I don't, I don't do anything wrong or anything like that. I try to be a good boy and not break any rules or do anything that I'm not supposed to do. I'll read a couple more of these and, what do you call it? And then I figure we'll probably play that Swarm game. I have to download League of Legends to play Swarm, right? So I downloaded the game so I can try it out. Yeah? Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll try that in a bit. Do you think you're a sociopath? I don't know. Yeah, I think that if I answer that question, because it's not a yes or no, I think I shouldn't answer that. Craziest Asmon lore for me was watching a stream of some friends feeding him fruit for the first time in his life. Man. Yep. Did you have good grades in school? I had nearly perfect grades in every standardized test, and I was good enough in school that whenever I would start in the 6 weeks or like the semester, I would figure out by reverse engineering the values how much each different project and assignment would cost on my final grade, and I would min-max myself getting a 70. And I would do as little work as possible. There would be like huge assignments that I would just not do because I knew like this was only 8% of my grade. And so like it's fine, I can just skip it. Yep, same, exactly. I was the same way. Sounds like ADHD. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. But no, I remember like they had me take like the SAT whenever I was like 12, and then also I was the only person, like I was like 9 people in like my whole school that like passed and was able to like take college classes for like all of the subjects, and I was one of them. And so no, I mean I always like, it's not like I was like stupid, right? It's just that I didn't give a fuck. I never did. I was like 12, yeah. And I mean, on an IQ test? No, I don't really think I have a particularly high IQ. Like, I don't think I'm very smart. I'm just very good at remembering things. And basically being able to remember things and being non-emotional is perceived as intelligence. And so people think that I'm smarter than I am. So that's really what it is. Is efficient? Yeah. IQ tests are fake anyway? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Does he watch the I'm a woman sitting at a table with a blue suit? No. Being able to remember everything is a cheat code? Yeah, it is. And I think like that's a really good example where it's like that's one of the reasons why I don't really feel bad about like other people, because like about like not being the same way as other people is that because I can remember things and I can like know things the same way, like this is a huge advantage that I have over other people. And it's not really something I've like learned or earned or anything like that. It's just how I am. And so, you know, there's different people that are going to have different advantages for different things. And so that's just one of mine. Yeah, the grass is always greener. Yeah, exactly. Have you commented on Biden stepping down? Yeah, I think it was a good decision. I think it's the best decision for him as a person. And I hope he's able to, like, retire and, you know, have some degree of dignity and spend time with his family, and he's okay. I mean, you know, for better or for worse, the guy was this public servant for 50 years, and he was our president, and, you know, I support him. Always support the president. And so, yeah, I hope he's able to, you know, retire with dignity and grace. And I'm not a big fan of Biden. I don't really like a lot of things that he said, but he's still the president, and I still support him. Yeah, let him take a rest, yeah. It's been 50 years. The guy deserves a fucking break.